We live on the Who's Hot, Who's Not show. It's known in the building. We got a special guest today. You know what I mean? We're going to introduce him in a little bit. Who we got on the right side?
Yo, it's your boy Bruce, man. Philly stand up.
It's your girl LA in the building, y'all. What's up?
It's your boy Rock. You already know what's going on.
I want to introduce one of my homies, man. We got history. We go back. That's like my brother. I'm excited he came up. It's
long overdue.
I didn't expect him to pop up like this, you know what I mean?
Long
Unexpected
overdue.
gift.
You know I always gotta pop up on you, bro.
Shout out my man Hollowman.
Yes, sir. What's going on? What's up, folks?
How you feeling today? How you feeling today? What brought you in the neighborhood since no one didn't expect it?
Oh man, my man, no man. I talked to him yesterday. I was supposed to come down and watch the versus battle with him yesterday. Got a little tied up with the kids, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna come through. Yeah, see, here
Bullshit.
you go. Here you go.
H is the boy that cried wolf to me right now, man.
Oh man.
I used to rely on him like, H, yo, you coming through? But I'm there. He there on time. Now he moved up.
But he said his kids though.
Right.
He said the kids. You cannot. Come on now.
He say I'm the boy that I'm the wolf the whole time. You feel me? I got tied up with the kids, bro, man. But I said, you know, this is my man. Me and Noam go way back, man. You know, I watched Noam from the beginning, since like, you know, in the basement with like, you know, just a fucking mic and a laptop. You know what I'm saying? So he got to see him come a long way, man. Like I always support him. You know what I mean? The last building he had, I supported. I support here. I'm gonna support him till, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna get into that, but since we into that already, you jumped straight into it. How we met, man?
Oh man, we met.
We gonna go that.
Listen, me and Noam met. We met at what's that? Frankfurt Terminal.
Frankfurt Terminal.
We met at Frankfurt Terminal.
That's a hood story right there.
Real rap. We met at Frankfurt Terminal. I had a little issue back in the day with my chick. She was on some nut shit. Crashed my car up. I had no wheel at the time, so I was catching a bus. I ran into this boy, and he was like, "Yo, you look familiar, bro. Like you used to rap or some shit like that." So I'm like, "Nah, I ain't used to rap."
He said, "Get up out of here."
I ain't with that rap shit, bro. But it was a joke, and then you know, I was like, yeah, I'm Hollowman or whatever. So he's like, yeah, I got a studio, and I just moved up, you know, on Large Street, like not too far from here. He's like, yeah, man, I got my own little studio, you know, it's real nice, this, that, and the third is decked out. I said, damn, bro, I've been looking for a studio. I can't find one up this joint. And I'm tired of going all the way down north on a fucking bus to get to the studio. I was on my way to the studio then. So I said, yo, man, I'm going to come fuck with you. You know what I mean? I got a studio session now, but I take your number, I'm going to call you, I'm going to come fuck with you. So make a long story short, I came down to the studio. They said it was state of the art. It was a fucking mic and a laptop. I'm like, damn, dog. I'm like, damn, bro.
Known the salesman.
I'm like, damn, bro.
He made that story sound good.
I'm like, you swindled me in. You reeled me in. You feel me? I said, all right, come on, let's record this shit. So I recorded, to make a long story short. The shit came out good, though. You know, the sound quality was better than where I was going at. So I kept going. And over time, he got better. You know, he got the big Apple and, you know, got the better mic and decked the basement out. Over time, it started coming together.
So you really decked it out this time, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I motivated my youngin'. I motivated
Right.
I brought all the stars through there. Everybody started coming around because I was coming around. I brought all the stars through. Made it feel like something. You know what I'm saying? And since we on the subject, you know, he started rapping and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
About what year was this?
This was what?
It was, I don't know. I was 22. I was 22. Because I remember, look, there's a funny thing.
That was 76 then, man. You was 22.
So check it, right? I remember I was like, we met and shit. He's like, yo, how old is you? I said, I'm 22. He said, damn, you own a crib. You got a studio. You got this shit together, bro. By the time you be my age, you gonna be rich. That nigga lied.
Hey, listen. I wasn't just a rap. I was a motivational speaker as well. So I'm trying to hype the nigga up. It was a good look, though. It was a good look to be his age, to have his own crib. I'm thinking he living with mom, and mom let him put the studio in the basement. I'm like, this ain't his crib. But it was his crib. I'm like, damn, that's a good look, bro. You got your own studio. You young. You know what I mean? You starting off. You remind me of me. I had my own crib when I was 20. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, all right, cool. That's what's up. You keep going. Keep at it. motherfuckers coming around. Everybody know about the studio now, so you know, you keep at it, you be good. You know what I mean?
See, but that was my strategy though. Since I've been rapping, I was just willing and I was playing chess. I was like, all right, I'm gonna not let these niggas know I rap. Get the whole city behind me, and this is what I do.
No, what happened? What happened? I'm gonna give you the real take. Niggas start leaving their rap books and forgetting them.
I still got close shit down there.
You know what's crazy? It's a rap book downstairs, so I definitely
That
saw
shit
one
probably
earlier.
got cobwebs on it.
Hey, that joint had some bars in it too. I said, that might be known, though. That might be known, John.
Yeah, nah. It was always a good time downstairs, man. Like it's a lot of chemistry, a lot of history down that joint, man. Like I'm talking about like a lot of the greats. P.D. Crack came through here. Oskino probably still come through.
Yeah.
E-Ness. This was the only studio in the city that actually had that much talent in one room. You had Batcave, and niggas used to go down there too. But for the most part, like ain't no other studio ever had me and E-Ness in the same room, except for here. We was able to do songs together. You feel what I'm saying? Here,
Major.
Right.
you know, Petey came down. You know, Free. A lot of niggas. Everybody. Quilly was down here all day, every day. You feel what I'm saying? And DVDs was being shot here, out in the back. You know, shit was a zoo at one point.
Yeah.
Shit was a zoo. Right?
He said a zoo.
Shit was a zoo.
He
Cars,
farmed out.
we couldn't even have parking out this bitch. It was
Neighbors
bunch
was mad.
of weed smoke.
Remember the neighbors
people all the time.
moved out and shit right across the joint. They got tired of seeing all the traffic. So
Yeah.
one day I walked out there. It's like, yo, I thought you was slinging some drugs over there because all we see is different cars popping up all the time and the traffic nonstop.
It was nonstop, bro.
Damn. My man, no one had this joint whamming like a
Rock
block.
and roll.
You feel me? All right, no.
That shit was
See,
crazy.
man.
Rocking and rolling. Yup.
So I have a question for you, H. So when you saw Known as a young entrepreneur coming up, and you told him, you gave him that motivation that you gave him, did you expect for him to blossom the way he is? Known always say that he's not rich yet, but I always tell Known, you got a lot in front of you, so you need to be proud of some things. Did you envision him to be this far?
Well, by me spending a lot of time with Known, coming around every day, I was living right up the street. You know what I mean? So by me spending a lot of time with Known used to try a lot of different shit. He always wanted to do something. He wanted to box. He come around with the gloves. That ain't work for him. Niggas
Still talking
That
that
ain't work.
yeah, niggas tune me the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Known ain't tell us that part. Hold on there.
Skip that part.
Known talk like a champion out this joint.
Nigga wanted to play the guitar. He wanted to do a lot of shit.
The guitar, hold on, listen, bro.
Reading the whole bio.
Yo, he
Keep it a buck. Listen, keep it a buck.
This nigga.
One thing about Known, he loves to start something and he's infatuated with seeing the results of something. That's all he ever wanted to do. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see it. We're gonna see it. It's gonna go this way or go another way. I could tell a story, but I ain't gonna tell a story, bro. It's between me and you.
What's
You know
up,
what I'm saying? No, it's between me and you. He always wanted this. Like he was infatuated with results. You know what I'm saying? So over time, like none of this shit surprised me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I already knew. Like if no one gonna do it, he gonna do it all the way to the fullest. Like all right, we need this, we need that.
Amazing.
You feel what I'm saying? Okay, we got this. We not gonna go no further until we get that. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're not gonna settle for this. We need that. You feel me?
He definitely do things on his own. Started.
Yeah. If
Sewing machine and all.
Look, if you say you gonna help me, this how Known is. You say you gonna help me, all right, help me. If not,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it on my own.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's what I admire
Sure.
about him.
Rep.
Yeah. Can't speak a lick of Spanish, but it's my man.
Damn, you know what?
So we used to had a studio popping and shit, and at the time I was working at Vision Quest. I was working with the kids, so I used to be mad as shit because I used to leave them all in the spot. Everybody in the studio, I got to go to work. Boom, I come back, everybody having fun. I'm over there mad as shit, like damn, these niggas having fun.
He done showed me how to record because he wasn't here to record me. So he showed me how to record myself, and he had to go to work. And we picking him up from work, clowning me.
But check it out though. Check it out.
And the roles reversed.
So I ended up getting fired from Vision Quest, right? So I see H. I call H. I'm like, H, I just got fired. Boom, boom. There's that third H. Like, that's what's up, nigga. You get to hang with us, the nigga with no job. Yo. Time change. Now all y'all niggas got jobs. Y'all niggas
That's
love
what I was
me.
about to ask. I was about to
got
ask
one.
that. So since you said the tables turned. Did you see some importance in having a job, and what made you change as far as seeing importance?
Well, I mean, I got kids. You know what I mean? I got 2 boys, 2 girls. You feel what I'm saying? So, by me being in the studio every day, all day, smoking weed, making music, smoking weed, making music, the music not growing legs, we not putting the music out, we not doing this, doing that. It got kind of discouraging for me as an artist. You feel what I'm saying? And my kids wasn't getting no younger. So, I can't keep playing with these streets. I dodged a lot of bullets out here. I've seen a lot of shit, done a lot of shit done to me. I've done some other things to other people. But I said I can't keep playing that game no more because, it's either I'm throwing rocks at the jail trying to chase this music shit, or I put the music shit on pause, not down, just put it on pause for a second and do something legal. You feel what I'm saying? So, I stop, put the weed down for a second, and I got my legal shit together. You know what I mean?
That's major. So I want you to really because a lot of artists sometimes feel like they need to fit that criteria that they need to sell drugs, need to be in the streets, they need that validation. So for a lot of supporters of yours that saw how you was coming up, to see you now, to see that maturity, I feel like you don't even have to touch someone, but someone can see this interview and see the maturity in you, and that can really motivate them to clean it up. So I really commend you on that. That's something major.
You don't have to sell drugs to be talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, the selling drugs is the bottom of the totem pole. Like, it's nothing else. I can't do nothing else. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's nothing else for me to do. I have nobody in my corner. I have nothing. Nobody is giving me nothing. Nobody's helping me with nothing. All right, I'm going to put some money together. I'm going to grab some coke. I'm going to bag it up, and I'm going to put it out. That's like the bottom. You feel what I'm saying? But when you're talented, you don't have to do that. I see a lot of rappers, they don't become drug dealers until they become rappers. They become a rapper, and now it's like, I sell drugs. You're a rapper, now you pop perks. You're a rapper, now you sip lean. You wasn't doing that before you was a rapper. So a lot of things that I was doing before I was a rapper. You know what I mean? Somebody introduced me to rap, and I just so happened to be able to rap about a lot of things that I was actually doing. You feel what I'm saying? People took to me because it was an honest thing. You know what I mean? Nigga can't talk like I talk and be bullshitting. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I talk that shit because I seen it and I know it and I've been knee deep in it. A lot of these dudes, they sound like somebody else because they telling somebody else's story. They're not telling these stories.
I was about to ask you that. You did an interview on YouTube back in 2013, and you stated how you like where rap was evolving as far as people had to think before they put a bar out. Now we speed up. We had 2021. Do you still feel the same?
No, I just respect the part about it is putting money in black young niggas' pockets.
Okay.
That's the only part I respect about it, but I don't respect the actual craft of it. The mumble shit, how you sound like him, everybody's using auto-tune. You feel me? Like, Noam's like, yo, you gotta start doing auto-tune. Remember he was telling me?
I ain't never,
Yes, you
I
did.
never said
Yes, you
that.
did. Yes, you did.
Let him know.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, he did. I was in the studio and I was putting together some shit, putting up an album, and he was like, yeah, but you hot, but if you had a little auto-tune. Now it's cat. You had the auto-tune. That's the reason why you bought the auto-tune.
They call him still talking heavy for a reason. That's all this nigga doing.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Don't be finessing to the situation.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Who can we believe?
You in denial?
Who in denial?
You in denial?
No, I ain't in denial. I
You
bought the
said that.
auto-tune for the new artist that wanted to record with the tune.
No, he was telling me you gotta
Never,
keep up
dog.
with the young
Never.
Give him a little T-Pain. Even when you started mixing my shit, I lay something, right? And then I leave, I come back, he put some shit on there, the little stutter step shit. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
So I got a question. As far as the transformation, I want to get back to this because for the real H supporters, right? And we got a question because Noam definitely said this on air once. A song that you dropped back in the day called "Keep On Grinding." You remember that, John?
Yeah, I remember that, John.
So I was telling Noam when I was going through my troubles in the streets and I was getting my GED. I actually grabbed a job back then. That was a song I used to play all the time to help keep me like focused.
That's heavy.
Yeah, and like that's real rap, you feel me?
That's
And
heavy.
I actually got my GED, went to college and all that, you feel me? So And like Noam said that he engineered that song.
He did.
And I said that's major, you know what I'm
He
saying?
definitely did.
And my question to you is sometimes by you rapping this long, do you know how much of an influence you have on a lot of people in the city that may not even tell you? Because you just met me today, and I just told you how that affected my life. That was almost 10 years ago.
It's always heavy when I get a conversation like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, every once in a while I run into somebody. But you know, when you live in your life and it's every day you waking up, you doing the same thing, you got your own routine. So you're not thinking about a conversation you had with somebody that changed their situation years and years ago.
Right.
So when I get it, I'm in mid-routine mode, and it's like, damn, bro, wow, I do remember you. We had a conversation downtown, and you know what I mean? I remember this one boy, he was, you know, he had his daughter. You know what I mean? He needed a couple dollars to get, you know, on a train or whatever. You know, I gave him $20. You feel me? He didn't know I was Hollowman or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But then he came back and was like, dog, I did not even know. You know what I mean? I didn't even know you was Hollowman. You gave me $20 a long time ago. I needed to get on the train with my daughter, this, that, and the third. You showed me love. And then I go to the crib and, you know, I'm looking up shit and I see your face and you're like, yo, that was heavy for me, bro. I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? And I remembered him, but I vaguely remembered him. Until he said I was with my daughter, that's when I said, oh, yeah, I remember. He wouldn't have said he was with his daughter, I probably would have never remembered. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy because I remember a time, and for the people that don't know, H be hooping. I remember this one time I was at
No, sir,
He's
I
a
don't
hater.
know.
He's a hater. But
Hold on.
Look, you see,
He be hooping.
this nigga's a
Listen,
hater.
if you think he be hooping,
But hold
then
up.
you won't be hooping.
Your girl pumped it with them. We coming off a crazy first game. It was 53 to 48.
Yeah, we blew him out.
We blew him out. How you feeling after that?
I feel good, man. A little winded, but I'm good.
How many points you put up there? He only did 2 points, but it's okay.
No, but
H was hooping.
who you recruit on your team? Who you?
I had the whole Philly.
No, you ain't had a whole Philly.
I had the
I
whole
was there.
Philly.
had on
I was
Philly.
there
You
that
ain't
year.
got to step
They had
back
on
on
Philly.
I could vouch for that.
H, tell him where you was at, H, during the game, because you want to bring this up. Tell him where you was at.
Where I was at?
On the bench, nigga.
I wasn't on no bench. I wasn't on no bench. I got some burn.
Hey, sunburn.
First of all, I got
With
there
a
late.
sunburn. With a sunburn.
I got some burn.
Was it fourth quarter,
I
H?
got there late. I got there around fourth quarter. I was late.
No,
He didn't think I was coming.
Look, he got the top of the key. He like, damn, man, like, when you gonna put me in? I'm like, hey,
Hold on.
chill,
Let me
'cause
find
you
this.
ain't got it.
Let me find this picture. What
Yeah,
number?
I said we still got picks.
No, but we were
This the number he gave me. He gave me Kobe number.
8 ball.
He gave me Kobe number.
And that's how long you was in there. 8 seconds.
All right.
8 seconds.
I had 4 points.
Who was the coach? Who was the coach of the team?
Coach Carter.
Hold on, y'all had known coach. Y'all were
I
back.
just know we
Listen.
won.
No,
Yeah, we won
no,
two
ain't really.
times.
We won, but no one ain't really like do no coaching. We was coaching
was
our
just standing
motherfuckers.
there.
So we was standing there.
He just
Yeah, that was a good play. Y'all put that together. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
So look, you know we about to touch on verses, right? But before we touch on verses, I want to know if you had the opportunity versus, who would you want to go against? Like, who would it be? Hollow versus who? Because I'm a fan, so I just
You talking underground?
You talking
I'm
about
talking whoever.
mainstream or underground?
I'm talking whoever he want. If he was set in the ring, he could pick like who we want to.
Let's try both.
Still sharp and still.
Underground and industry.
Right.
I mean, still sharp and still. So you know, like I always looked up to Jadakiss.
Okay.
So
yeah,
if I had a
love
chance
Jay.
to go up with Kiss, I would definitely go up with
Even
Kiss.
go.
You know what I'm
Talking
saying?
crazy
That would
to
be-
you.
now
definitely would.
after
And I'll be
seeing
talking crazy too.
now after seeing that performance of that verses,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's right up my fucking alley.
I about to say that seems like it's up his.
That's
his
right
name.
up my alley.
Yo.
You know, the same conversation he
Kiss.
had with them niggas, I would have had the same
Yeah, that was
conversation.
Guess
About
was bringing,
Yo,
Guess
but
was bringing that energy,
it's-
dog. You
it's,
talking heavy.
We gonna jump back to verses, but I just want to bring it up. I remember because we talking about Kiss. So I remember one time me and H, we was downtown and Kiss was having a show and shit.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think Ines played some shit in the studio for Kiss.
For Kiss.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a genre we all recorded in the studio. So Kiss was fucking with H, like heavy. Like Nas came through like, yo, Kiss jumped on the sofa, he threw his feet on the sofa, his hat on, he kept running it back, this, that, third. So we down there. I'm like, H, get that Kiss. Spit your shit to Kiss. H like, I ain't spitting. I said, yo, spit your shit to Kiss. I'm telling you. So H go up there like, yo, because there was a whole bunch of people
At
spitting.
the time, Cheek Raw was spitting
Yeah,
for Kiss.
yeah. Kiss was, yeah.
Cheek Raw was
Cheek
rapping
hot
for him.
too. Shout out to Cheek.
Yeah, shout out to
Right.
Cheek.
She hot.
Cheek Raw was, but I did. When I was looking at Kiss face, you know, I'm looking at Kiss. I'm seeing Kiss response to Cheek,
Right.
And I wasn't feeling his response, you know, because Kiss was on his phone, Cheek was spitting.
You know what it was? Because there was a lot of people
Cheek
rapping
Raw.
for him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like,
man. He was on his phone.
Keep it a bean, but was
So-
Cheek really hitting it? Like what
Cheek
bars
was,
there?
Cheek was giving up some shit. Cheek was
Okay,
giving him some shit. So I'm looking at Cheek killing it and all that. You know what I mean? I'm looking at Kiss to see his reaction, and he wasn't really giving up no real reaction. So I guess they was trying to rush him away.
Right,
They was
right,
trying to
right.
get him in the van. So he was coming my direction. So I tapped him on his chest. I said, "Yo, bro, whenever you got a real ear, you know, holla at me."
He said, "That's all I got is a
He said,
real
"All I
ear."
got is a real ear." He was offended. He was like, "That's all I got is a real ear. That's all I got is a real ear." So the bouncer was like, "Oh, that's Hollowman." So he was like, "Who? What's your name?" And I said, "I'm Hollowman." He said, "Nigga, I've been looking for you."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking for you, bro.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Come on, we go in the van. You know, we get in the van. I sit in the van. So I don't know who the boy was in the front seat because they had like one of them turtle vans. So Kiss sitting next to me and was like, "Yo, when you gave me that champion hoodie coat," he said, "Nigga, you hit the lid with that shit."
Philly underwater.
All I got is a real ear, baby.
All right, well, let me know, man. Philly underwater. You hear me?
Hollowman. What's your name?
Hollowman. All right.
What's your name?
Hollowman.
That's Hollowman. This is it. I've been looking for you. I'm talking about for a You know I've been looking for you.
You hear me?
This is the nigga that's
that conehead
Come on, man. I know he right. That conehead. You know real recognize real.
I'm waiting on you.
Yo, listen.
Let me know.
Let me talk to you for 1 minute.
Everybody back up. Back up. Philly underwater.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Kiss Scoop Hollowman up.
Then the boy in the back was like, "No, fuck that. Tell him about I fuck with Poppy Needs. An old ass freestyle
Right.
put on YouTube years ago." And they brought that up. I was like, "Yeah, this joint." He's like, "Yo, look, we're gonna be down to Ritz Carlton. We flying out to Miami tomorrow. If you can meet down to Ritz before we fly out, come down, come fuck with me, this, that, and the third." I got his number, and it was all love.
And it was heavy that he knew your shit.
It was
Like-
heavy.
Like,
I grew up on Kiss. I grew up on the Locks and D Block. You know what I mean? I never bagged up to no fucking Dipset. Kidding me? I bagged up to the
Nah,
Locks.
come on,
You feel me?
we're not gonna do it.
So
we gonna get
to
to
hear this boy, like, I'm sitting next to him and he like, "Yeah, I fuck with Poppy Needs," and I'm listening to Kiss and I'm like, "Nigga, you know my shit?" Nigga, I grew up on you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yeah, man, I fuck with you." He said, "I fuck with you, man." He said, "Yeah, Ness brought some shit down here, you know, and I fuck with it. I want to fuck with you, man. Like, we got to get together. We got to do some shit." So he used to text me all the time. He used to text back and forth and all that shit. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
That's amazing.
It's good. It's always, every time I see him, it's love, though. It's always love when I see Kiss.
so what you were saying about the verses, we can go back to it.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about it. I mean, because I got a lot to say about it besides D Block.
Hold on,
Verse.
let me get to known little side move,
Sidebar.
right? So I made it clear
I
when we
take it
spoke
you a
about it.
Dipset guy.
He is a
No.
Dipset guy.
I'm a Jadakiss guy, and I made it clear Jada's my favorite artist. But I felt before, because we had this convo before the verses, I thought Dipset had more commercial music. I thought that they were going to do better. But what the Locks did was, back in the day, hip hop, they took the aggression. He started grabbing on Cam and shit. He started they made them look scared. They start identifying these niggas are rapping over songs. We rapping on instrumentals. We know our bars. So I ain't gonna lie. Dipset got murdered yesterday and known, and
So
LA
do you
is right.
think? Do you think the reason why the Locks got over is because it was crowd control?
Intimidation factor as far as two Dipset.
It definitely
No.
presentation. They presentation.
Crowd control did play a part, but at the same time, I just feel like Dipset playlist was just out of order.
I didn't like they DJ.
Right.
They
Like,
didn't
I
play the
feel
right
like they
song. That's
playlist
number
was out of
one.
order.
Number two, I was never a Dipset fan. Nothing that they ever did or said really, really, really slapped like when I heard the Locks. Dipset had a cult. They had Dipset. It was like a cult. It was more like a cult. D Block had fans. One thing about a cult, you can run out think about back in the day when all the Prince fans, when Prince had shit on Smash and he was stepping on stage and with his ass out and all that.
Drawn.
And niggas follow suit. I know they probably look back at that shit like, what the fuck is we doing? But it was a cult. It wasn't a fan base. It was a cult.
Oh,
People
man.
grow out of that cult shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like a lot of these new rappers later on, they're going to be irrelevant because you're gonna grow out of this shit.
Right.
People that's like Kendrick Lamar, like J. Cole, got core fans. You know, core fans and Colts is two different totally things. So that's what it was with Dipset. That's why all them people was looking like, even the Dipset fans was looking like, what the fuck Jewels got on?
Right.
Because it was a cult. We used to do that. We don't do that no more.
It was 08 again.
Jada got bars that's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Timeless. So yeah, not the records. They probably got big records, Universal Records and all that shit. But timeless bars is always going to outweigh these records. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You know what I mean?
That's exactly why I said, though. Dipset have a universal sound. That's the exact word I use, but I mean, yeah, Dipset. But D-Block, I felt like their preparation was there. They knew their words. They were ad-libbing each other words on point. They were moving as a team.
They came for battle.
Yeah, like Cam was laying
ready.
down the first couple songs.
They rebuttals was crazy, everything.
Yeah.
But like I told him before, I feel like I can't run through a whole Dipset album. I gotta skim through it. I could run through a whole Locks album, listen to it. It's just the music hits you different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I used to ride to New York a lot. I used to ride to New York, get the DJs, the Green Lanterns and all that shit. Go up there to get the books, Daddy Cool books. I used to read a lot. That's why I was a good artist too. And I had a manager named Marcus Graham. He used to make sure that's what I was on. When I first met him, I just was a rapper. He was like, yo, you got something, you hot. He used to manage Major Figures. He was like, yo, you got something, bro, you hot. And he used to do the Glockerwear t-shirts. So I told him, yo, put together, a Glockerwear t-shirt for me, make it a Hollowman. My name Hollowman, but take all the hollow bullets and make it a man. I got you. But it was supposed to be a special order. I go to the store, he got all these fucking Hollowman t-shirts in there. I'm like, bro, this is my design, bro. You took my shit and ran with it. So when I stepped to him on that note. But he was like, man, fuck all that. I got something bigger for you. I'm going to take you to the studio. So he used to take me to the studio and all that shit. So once he became my manager, he used to do shit like order books, go to my crib. We used to sit in the crib, bag up. I sell a lot of weed, a lot of coke. I sold everything. But he used to come to the crib where everybody used to kick it at my house. And like I said, I had my crib when I was 20 years old. Nigga used to order books to my crib. We used to ride out New York, get all the Green Lantern DJs, the big mics, all that shit, all the instrumentals before niggas had them in the city. And that's what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? But when we used to ride to New York, we never played no fucking Dipset on the way. We always played D-Block. We played D-Block up and back. Up, you know what I mean? Like we wasn't no real Dipset fans back then. Like it was more the thing about Dipset was Rockefeller had the ball. Whatever Rockefeller was putting out, that's what was winning. You know what I mean? The Locks went from one bad deal to the next bad deal to the next bad deal. Dipset inherited a good deal because it was like, okay, State Prop, Rockefeller Records, sturdy. So when State Prop was, I guess, going through their thing, we got to survive as the Rock. Who else we gonna put up next? Dipset, which was Dame Dash, Young Boys and them. You know what I mean? Dame Dash fuck with Cam like that. Jane fuck with Cam like that. You feel what I'm saying? So that was the next step. They kind of inherited a good spot. A good deal. You know what I mean? They already had the ball. Had the Locks would have inherited that, they would have been, clearly we see they would have been a better fit.
I mean, but the Locks did have Diddy, though. Diddy
Locks
had
Diddy, but Diddy wasn't a good, at the time, he didn't know how to, from what I see, I don't think he knew how to handle the Locks.
How to market them.
You feel what I'm saying? You see how he did Mace. He was Murder Mace. Then he took Mace, Rollie in the Sky Mace.
Yeah.
Shiny suit Mace.
He did a lot of shit with Mace.
It worked for Mace, though.
It worked for Mace. But the Locks wasn't with that. I can't do that with y'all because first and foremost, that been done already. I had the Fat Fly flashy nigga. Now I got the Harlem flashy nigga. I'm a flashy nigga. You know, the Locks don't really fit my criteria. These is dirty niggas from Yonkers.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to go about this shit.
Right.
That's why he ain't take X though, because you know X went to Diddy for a deal and Diddy said no, his voice is
because
too
Diddy,
raspy.
that's something that Diddy didn't know how to do.
Right,
he didn't know how to market grimy niggas. He knew how to market flashy, fly.
Makes sense.
Nigga, Howard University, he was always a flashy nigga.
Right.
He used to dance for Kwame back in the day with the polka dots with the motherfucking step on it. You know what I'm saying? He was always a flashy dude. So he don't know how to do that. So that's why the Locks fell short with Diddy. It's not that Diddy wanted to shelf him or wanted to give him a bad deal. He just ain't know what to do with him.
So do you think Diddy try to make it back once he had making the band too with, you know, E. Ness and Babs and all them, because they were all raw, you know, rugged, that exact criteria that we were just talking about with, you know, the Locks?
I think Diddy was experimenting, trying to figure out what the new thing, what the next thing was going to be.
He was the first reality show
He
too.
was the first reality show,
For sure.
you know, and he was trying to experiment. Like, okay, all right, I did Big, I did, you know, SWV, I could do R&B, I could do that, but when it come to hip hop, you know, that's more of his passion. His first artists was 2 rappers, not 2 R&B artists. It was
Right.
Frank Mac and Biggie Smalls. So it was like, rap is his passion. So what do I need to do to take Bad Boy to the next level? So I guess he felt like that reality TV show. I'm gonna put these guys out here. If the world love it, then I'm gonna run off of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, what age you started rapping?
When I started rapping, I was probably about 14, 15 years old.
I was about to ask him that. I was about to ask him when your first
You
battle.
remember it?
My first rap? Hell no. I smoked so much weed. I don't remember what I did last night.
Yo, I remember back then. See, niggas get mad at me because I don't allow smoking no more. But back then, it was a smoke. It was crazy in here. It was like a chimney.
Listen,
I remember one side this boy.
pounds.
This boy used to
Smoke
smoke.
pounds in here.
He used to smoke crazy. But I remember one time you smoked, bro. You was fucked up.
I was so high, man.
Yo, this
My man
nigga
had
like
some shit from Cali. You know, we
Shout out to
in
Cali.
Philly. We in Philly. This
Oh,
nigga
we
had
just
some
alright.
shit. This nigga had some shit from Cali. He came down here and embarrassed my motherfucking ass.
Yo.
'Cause I smoke. You know
Listen,
what I'm saying?
you know.
I took a couple puffs of that shit. I go in the booth. I'm rapping. So I'm looking at Noam. Noam looking at me like. Then he turned the music off. I said, bro. I said, what's up? So he said, bro, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Why you say that? He said, bro, you ain't on beat at all.
Just
So I said, I took the earphones off. I started looking around. I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm tripping. So I walk out the booth. I start putting my jacket on. So no one cracking up now. No one like, where the fuck you going?
Hey, you was like,
I
you said, hold up, before you broke, you said, you hear that? I said, what? I heard birds chirping. I said, what?
It's time to go.
was
It's time to go, H.
You ain't hear no music coming through the speaker. You just
I heard the music, but the way I heard it wasn't the way I was rapping.
That's the way Blueface be hearing the beat, man.
I was high as shit. I was high as shit. He had some shit. He was fresh from Cali.
right.
Listen,
And I
man.
smelled that shit, and I'm in the booth. He out there rolling that shit up. I come out, I'm thinking the nigga got like a QP or half a pound or something. That's how strong it was.
That's
but it
definitely
was
strong.
It was like a dub. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, real talk.
Yo.
It's definitely that strong.
Yeah, one thing about H, man, like, it's crazy because we known each other all these years, and this is the first time we really like talking about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? In public, but H is my homie, man. Like I love
Sure.
H to death, man.
Ain't no doubt,
like that's
bro.
like my
It's
brother
mutual.
for real.
It's mutual.
What made me love H so much, man, I'm gonna tell you what separate him from everybody off the bat. I ain't gonna talk details into it, but I'm gonna say what happened. So my car gets shot up, boom, through a situation that happened, right? So nobody knew I came back to the spot, ain't say nothing. H called me first thing in the morning, like, yo, what happened? I told him. H contact the person, and it's like, yo, you shot my car up. Like if it was his situation,
Right,
like you shot my car
That's
up.
a real move
Like
right
something
there.
gotta get done about it.
And
I'm
the
like,
nigga
damn.
I contacted, like to this day, a lot of people in the city might be petrified of him. You
Right.
feel what I'm
Major.
saying? Like he struck a lot of fear in a lot of rappers. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But that was my guy. You know, like he seen me in action. I seen him in action. I used to go to school with him, so I felt like I could have that conversation. And this is my guy right here. You know what I mean? He didn't deserve that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't step up for just anybody. You know what I mean? A lot of
Right.
dudes come in here. They used to come to the studio to get themselves in situations. Hey man, look, you a grown man.
Right.
That's your situation. But I knew my guy ain't deserve that. So I stuck my neck out. Even if me and Mayman had a nice history. But the way I went about it, if me and you gotta go through something to rectify what you did to him, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And that wasn't the only time
That's
too.
major. That's
Because
major.
we stepped out one time to a bar and shit. And I'm like, H, I might have some issues in here. I'm just letting you know I ain't gonna leave you blinded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we go in there and it's confrontation. H jump right in there like, boom. that's my man. You know what I'm saying? He jumped right into the whole situation.
Yeah,
we arguing and shit. Boom, boom, boom. The bouncers come. H like, boom. That's my man. Boom. He stepped right up and I'm like, damn, H a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of rappers be scared, man.
So we roll. H like, let's go get the. You know what I mean? And pull
See,
up.
I used to rock and roll by myself a lot. Like when he met me, I was by myself. I had a lot of homies who I buried when I was young. We was young. And so I never really was one of them dudes to just jump ship and just hang with just anybody. You feel what I'm saying? And no one picked that up. Like you always by yourself. You always here. So he didn't let me be alone. He never let me be on the door. Yo, where you going at? I'm going up there. I'm right up there with you. Like, nigga, I said I'll be back. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm going up there. We out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my roadie. Like, you know, I come see Noam. Sometimes it wasn't about studio time. I was just coming down there just to kick it with him. You feel what I'm saying? So.
That's major. So I got a question. You say you lost a lot of friends at a young age. How were you able to deal with that trauma? And did you get professional help? And if not, are you open to getting professional help about that? Because that's a major trauma.
Well, one thing I never really spoke on, my immediate family know, you know what I mean? I do see a therapist like twice a month. I was seeing a therapist twice a week. You feel what I'm saying? PTSD, that shit real. And it's heavy in the black community. You feel what I'm saying? Dealing with anxiety. I went through a depression stage. Shit was real dark at one point. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I realized that, I need to talk to somebody about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I held a lot of things in. I remember one of my raps years ago, one of my first like hot raps. You know what I mean? I said something about I was 22 at the time, and I said I lost a homie every year of my life. For every year of my life, I literally went to like 2 or 3 funerals a year. You know what I mean? Like I was losing niggas left and right, janaza after janaza. You know what I mean? Washing people's bodies and you actually burying somebody you went to school with. That shit ain't normal.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That shit wasn't normal, bro. You know what I mean? Like, at the time, I was looking at it like, going, not forgotten. We love you, bro. But as I get older, the older you get, the more you start caring about things. You start caring about your health more. You start caring about your kids more. You start caring about your significant other, your homies more, because naturally when you get older, you start getting closer to death.
Yeah.
So you start caring about things more. You feel what I'm saying? So the older you get, the more you start looking back on shit, and you be like, dang, that shit wasn't normal, man. That shit wasn't, you feel what I'm saying? My man was 23 years old. I watched he in the street, laid out, puddle of blood. You feel what I'm saying? Me shooting at niggas and niggas shooting back at me. That shit was like, it was like playing freeze tag back when we was young. If you ain't get hit, then it's still a game to you. It's a game to all of us. You know what I mean? I pull that shit out and throw that shit in broad daylight like it ain't nothing. Running up on niggas with pumps wrapped in prayer rugs and all that crazy shit. We was into that. But now that I get older, and I'm like, that shit not normal for a human being to be that kind of person.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And it's good that you acknowledge that, because they would just talk about that in the black community. A lot of times people feel they don't want to go to counseling. We embarrassed. We feel like we don't need help. And for you to say that,
mental health is the #1 crisis.
For sure.
Not even in Philadelphia, but in America.
Yes.
Mental health is the #1 crisis. Not poverty, not none of mental health.
For sure.
Is the #1 crisis that we're going through as black men in our community. If I'm traumatized at 40 years old from what I seen, I'm not seeing half of what these new niggas is seeing.
Right.
Because kids is being killed now. And this shit is at an alarming rate. So imagine the PTSD, the depression, and, imagine what they're going to go through when they get my age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
Imagine how many people they buried. I buried
Right.
it's literally like 20 of my homies I went to school with. I got a picture, and it's probably like 6 of us left in the picture. Rest of them dead, some of them in jail. You understand what I'm saying? And it's we was at a funeral, and it was a big ass picture.
Right.
And I'm counting, I'm like, damn, it's only 6 of us are still around. You know what I'm saying?
Have you always, just going through those traumas, you said you have a therapist now. Have you always had a therapist or somebody in that role to guide you through that, or is this a new thing? The therapist is a new thing?
No, the therapist is still relatively new to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was going twice a week at one point because it was bad for me. And now I'm going like twice every month to go see somebody. And yeah, I talked to my mom, I talked to my pop. I had a nice support system, you feel what I'm saying? But they'll give me if you're going through depression, anxiety, or PTSD, you can explain it to somebody. But if they're not going through that, they're just gonna be like, bro, just shake that shit off, bro. Like that shit ain't.
They don't feel you. They can hear you.
They can hear you, but they like, damn, bro, like that shit that bad, bro. That's crazy. And it's like that's not what you want to hear. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to speak to a professional, somebody that understand what you're going through, that spoke to millions of other people that been through it, and they can talk you how to cope or how to deal with it, or if it's some type of medication that you need, they can put you on the right medication so you can help yourself out. I don't need no, I never wanted to get on no medication because I ain't want to have to depend on nothing. So I was cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? But I know I smoked a lot of weed, and I could have been dealing with PTSD then. But me smoking weed all day, every day, and I'm just escaping reality.
Right.
So when I stop smoking weed, they go reality.
Smack you right in the head, yeah.
They go reality. Now you gotta deal with it. You gotta be face to face with this shit.
I want to commend that because that's major, and I want to tell you myself, I went to a therapist also, and I'm suffering from the same thing as PTSD. A lot of stuff that we went through coming up out here. I had to realize when I lived outside of Philly for a couple years that when I grew up in Philadelphia, we grew up on a block that people sell drugs and shoot. It's almost second nature when everyone around you was doing it. And when you live outside of it, then you start like, whoa, like really carrying a gun is really drawn, let alone pulling out shooting it. Selling drugs is, but when you go outside, your right-hand man, everybody you go to school with, your big cousin, like it's in your family, it's in your friends.
Right.
To us, it's the regular. And I think that's a problem with us with getting help. All of us at this table know someone that's been killed, not died from old age, has been killed.
Murdered.
At a young age, older age, whatever, kids. So we all are dealing with this trauma. And I really respect you, Ace, for really coming out because
Sure,
not too many artists say that.
Sure. I mean, I don't hesitate. I mean, if I see somebody going through something or they give me some job, I don't hesitate, man. I ain't hiding nothing. All my young boys from down my way, they still love me, man. They love me to death because I never hid nothing. They seen the get money age, they seen the fucked up age. You know what I mean? They seen the illegal age, they seen the legal age. They see what I'm doing, what I did then, they see what I'm doing now. I never hid nothing from them. I never lied to them. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I am with them. That's how I am with my family. That's how I am with complete strangers. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give you the buck with you. You know what I mean? This is what if I can relate to you, I can relate to that. I did that, and this is how I did that. You feel what I'm saying? So, anybody I see that's going through something and I can help them in some type of way, I ain't got no problem with doing that. I reach out to them. I say, look, bro, you ain't doing that right. This was going to happen eventually. You know what I mean? Or you could do it this way. It's up to you. Right?
And at the same time, people need to be open to people like H. Like a lot of people don't like to bend to authority. Like everybody got that, like I know it all. Like, well, we different and stuff like that. And people missing the big picture in it all. And like the big picture in it all is everybody, like H probably been through hella shit. Stuff that you are going through relatively, you know what I'm saying? And it's not so much about H's outcome, it's about his experience in it all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just to be open to listen to that experience from somebody that been through it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's beneficial on yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just don't, they just have a problem with authority and it hinders themselves in the long run.
Yeah.
Sure.
One more question. No, go ahead, LA.
No, go ahead.
One more question before we have LA question also, and then we'll go into some up and coming music dropping. So this is my first time hearing you really open up with us and tell us you was going through a lot of trauma. How was you able to make it look so easy through your career? Because me as a supporter and a fan growing up watching you for years, I knew you as a smooth talk artist that was, tap dancing on beats and all that. So from the outside in, like you always had your composure together, everything was calm and smooth. How was you able to fight so many demons inside, but your outer appearance is so strong you kept it mellow?
I don't know, man. I mean, just being beat up on, my whole life, it just
I
make
put
you
hands
strong.
on you a couple times.
You know what I mean? This guy.
Tell them about that, John, real
It just
quick.
it just give you thick skin. You develop thick skin, you know what I'm saying? But you don't change who you is inside. You is who you is, you know what I mean? Even if you try to change it, I mean, like Hope said, you could try to change, but that's just the top level. You was who you was before you got here. So I don't try to change it. I keep on, I don't let nobody change my attitude towards nothing unless you owe me some money or
Right.
being disrespectful.
Insensitive.
Shit get left. But you develop thick skin, man. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I did was I keep what's close to me, and what's not for me, I push it away. No one was close to me. I kept no one close. My homies, got a couple homies I can still keep around. My circle turned into a dot. You feel
It's
what I'm
better
saying?
sometimes.
And the family was more important to me.
Yes.
So now my wife she got a boutique.
Major shout out to what's the name of it?
Right, sure.
Yeah, come on now, shout her out.
Right.
House of Dolls Boutique. It's on 4437 Frankfurt Avenue.
Pull up.
If you don't want to go up there, she sell wigs and all
Sure.
types of stuff. She got a lot of apparel in right now, a lot of new apparel in. I got 2 trucks, 2 18-wheeler trucks. Got
Major.
a home healthcare agency.
Oh, yeah.
And I fix
Oh,
trains for
fine.
selling.
Bro, listen, man. You see this
Entrepreneur.
growth, man. You see this growth, man.
It's a lot of legal. It's a lot of legal
man.
money. It's a lot of legal money to be made up.
Growth, man.
Right.
It's crazy. Like when I think of, I just look at you at the growth you have came from. You know what I'm saying? From when I first met you to now, and I'll be like, when I had a conversation with you, I'm like, yo, H, like you really accomplished a lot from how I knew you before. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And people don't know. Like for me, I'm a person that when I have a vision, I see it, I attack it, and we went through stuff like remember the time like this run? I'm put it out. I don't give a fuck. But we was out there recording. Our passion was music and shit, right? So the gas boy knock on the door like doom 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 doom. So look, the boy knock on the door. H everybody down in the studio. We all down in the studio and shit vibing and shit. Boy come down. Boy like H got the beat. Everybody smoking. Boy's like I'm taking this meter because I had a speaker on the meter to slow the meter down. Yo, they cut the gas on us and shit. H like fuck it. Put the beat back on.
Keep it going.
We back on. We kept it going, man. Like
we ain't letting nothing stop us though.
it's crazy because people see the good shit you doing. They be like, yeah, you got it. You doing this, you doing that, but they don't see the struggles and everything you had to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like we went through a lot of shit, and to see all the shit we accomplished now, it's like, damn, like. You know what I'm saying? And people need to hear that because everybody act like they rich and they on. Nobody talk about the struggles and the shit you had to do to get there. Like
it's a lot of shit you're gonna go through, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna hit a lot of different, you know what I'm saying? A lot of brick walls, man. You know what I mean? That shit, like, no, man. I had my 1-year-old son, bro. I was around known at the darkest moments of my motherfucking life, man. I had my 1-year-old son, and we used to catch that motherfucking L train from here to downtown so he can go shopping for him, catch the L train back up here, up and down on the L. Now I fixed the fucking L trains.
That's what's up.
Damn,
it's crazy.
That's major.
What's up?
Yo, right? So check this out, right?
That's motivation right
Right.
there. I ain't even gonna hold you, yo.
You ready for the grind time, man?
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh shit! Look, no one looking at the phone. You know you got it.
No. I'm gonna let H grind me up though, right? So damn, this is funny, man. Like I ain't never put this joint out. He know what I'm gonna say. He know what I'm gonna say.
I already know, bro.
You know what I? You want to start it? You want to say it?
Which one? You talking about the trip?
You said which
Oh,
one?
the trip,
Right? They go way back.
You talking about the trip?
So yeah, so
You talking about the trip?
So, yeah. So
That's one thing. This is another example of how known, like he don't let nothing, like if he on something and he locked in on something,
Right.
ain't nothing stopping him.
Right.
yeah, but this is some sucker shit though, man. Hold on, let me start it though. Let me start. You can pick it
Let
up.
me start it. You want to start the narrative? Yeah,
Let me get the narrative right.
Right.
The narrative right.
Oh, fuck it. Y'all gonna hear some
dickhead.
dickhead shit, straight dickhead shit. So I went through a little breakup and shit. You know what I mean? I was with somebody for a couple years and shit. Go through a breakup, boom. I'm chilling. I'm on a net. I'm talking to this shorty.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm talking to this shorty for like a couple months. You know what I mean? We on the phone, boom, boom, this, that, third. But she live up Boston. You know what I'm
Sis
saying?
was bad though. Sis was
So-
bad. Like I'm talking about like model type bad.
Bad.
She
Man.
was bad.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? She had everything
shit.
together. Bitch had a lake house and
All types
boat.
of shit.
Looked like she had some paper. All this shit.
So I'm like, H, she want me to go check out the spot. H did not even try to like stop me. He like, go ahead, dog. Go see what she's hitting for. This, that, third. I'm like, I don't know. He said, man, go have fun. Go have a good time. So I'm like, fuck it. I set up a thing. a situation to go down there. So I'm started driving. I'm driving. I'm talking to my mom. My mom like, yo, you crazy. What is you doing? I said, man, it's cool. We good. I hit New York. She stopped answering the call. I'm like, yo, H. She stopped answering, dog. I'm about to turn around. H like, no, man. Keep going, dog. Just keep going. You got it.
Because he showed
Keep
me
going.
he showed me messages.
Right.
Like the chick, you know what was crazy? He asked her for a specific picture and she'll
Right.
send that. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm under the impression that this is the one. Like she, so I'm like, bro, go ahead down there. Like she wants you to come down there. She's telling you she want to see you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So go ahead down there. So the nigga kept driving through New York.
I drove.
Get all the way to Boston.
Boston.
He called me and said, bro, they said the GPS said I'm here. I said, all right, where she at? He said, bro, it ain't nothing but cornfield. He said, I've been driving for miles, bro. It ain't nothing but cornfield on the right of me and the left of me.
There was a line.
No, how many hours was that?
And it was you know what it was though?
Damn.
It was all that, and I was around water, so it was dark as shit when I got up there, and I'm like, damn, like hood niggas ain't used to the woods, nothing like that. It's nothing but water. I'm like, yo, H, man, I don't know. That there, I spun them right back around.
So you never talked to her again?
No, I just blocked her. I said, man, fuck you. Boom, blocked her.
How long of a ride was that from Philly?
I don't know, like 6 hours, some shit like
So
that.
that's 12 total. 6
I'd have made that a trip.
Straight though.
I'd have made that a trip while I'm out there.
Yeah, I know you was flaming coming back, yo. I know you was.
I was mad for him. I was heated for him, man. But
But you know what's crazy though, because one day we was all
I put
talking.
him in a blender every time.
It's crazy because we was all talking in the studio one time. Niggas was talking about their party line days. Like, yo, remember this? Remember when you used to take a trip to go see such and such, and you don't know what she looked like, and you pop at her crib, she don't look like that, this, that, third.
Right.
So H like, man, that ain't nothing. No one drove all the way to Boston, you know.
You definitely take the ice from that. That's a long drive.
The nigga, and it's crazy. He called me one day, not too long ago. I was watching the game and shit. So he's like, yeah, man. I said, I'm in the crib watching the game. He said, yeah, who playing? I said, Boston.
That's like that. Damn.
So I'll be grinding him up every chance I get about that shit.
So quick question.
Spades.
We had some recent events happen around your stomping grounds, man. We got a guy by the name of Mikey T, the movie star.
Oh, man.
That luckily made it off of Erie Avenue with his life. How you feel about that?
He lucky he made it off Erie Avenue with his life. He had no business being down there.
Yo,
He had no business. He had
Bold
no.
move.
You know what you listen. You know you got issues with certain people in certain areas. You don't. If you ain't built like that to be in them areas, don't be in them areas, man.
So is it safe to say he off a little bit or no? He's just that courageous.
Clearly, he clearly has. He clearly a little off.
I think he really want them views so much
Yeah.
because afterwards I saw he went to Philadelphia Mills, not knowing, you know, a lot of stuff go down up there
Up in
too.
the middle,
So
too.
at the mall.
Yeah.
So it's like, is there anybody that's on Mikey T team that he's really tapped in with Philly that, like, do you felt like if you would have got word that he was down there, would you more try to reach out to Mikey T like, hey, get up out of here, or like?
I didn't know who Mikey T was until he got beat up the other day.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I
Me
didn't
too.
know who he was until he got fucked up. And then he said, yeah, I caught Mikey T. I'm thinking it's a random white boy. I'm like, why Leak Mall's beating on this white boy? Like, that ain't Leak.
Right.
Leak ain't, I know Leak. Like, you know, that's my man. You know, me and his brother go way back. So I'm like, nah, that ain't Leak. Leak ain't just gonna be beating on the white boy. So I did my homework and I started reaching out to some people that might knew who the fuck is Mikey T?
Right.
So they started sending me little interviews and sent me his Instagram page. So I'm scrolling through old Instagram joints and I see him slick talking to King Erna, you know, going back and forth and all that shit, you know what I mean? And I seen an interview where he's supposed to say some slick shit about Leak too. So he bought it.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
bought that. You feel what I'm saying? You know,
Do you think he got it enough though? You think he really?
I think he got with exactly what he was supposed to get. You know, you don't want to put nobody in the hospital over a couple words.
Yeah.
You just want to get your point across and keep it going, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was like the time I was in Erie Ave and shit, and I drove by and I went to Max's. I was gonna link up with you. Remember that day? when a boy put hands and feet on you, I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Goddamn every avenue. I'm super stamped up that joint.
Damn.
I'm super stamped. I don't even pay for cheesesteaks at Max's.
That's
Okay.
major.
We need to go to Mexico
real
for him
rap,
to go
we
in.
gotta
Just
pull up
line it
some
up.
real
Like,
shit.
Cheesesteaks at Max. Them on free.
Come on,
I
H.
got a
Okay.
lifetime subscription for cheesesteaks.
So on that combo, who got the best cheesesteak in Philly on H list? Best cheesesteak.
I'm geographical, so you already know what I'm gonna say.
You gonna say Max's?
Max's.
All right, so let's say the
Not
owner
that Max's though. Max is up.
up here.
No, Max is up.
On
Yeah, Max
Cotman?
is up here on Cotman. They got they cheesesteaks.
Okay.
better.
You think it's better than the original
Fucking
joint?
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I might have to check them
All
out.
the original people is moving up there. All the cooks, they going up there. They hiring new people for down there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so the culture on Max's on Broner area gone basically. With the cookers.
The
The cookers.
culture is going. It's a tourist spot now. You know what I'm saying? It's a tourist spot. I was seeing
Dang.
motherfuckers out there lying around the block for them Jones, and I'm like, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
let me
they
ask you
good,
a
but-
question.
Go
right?
ahead.
On the whole switch gears. Y'all know I switch gears all the time.
Switch it.
How y'all feel about this, right? Now we say we mature, we old enough, but I feel as though, and I don't know because like I said, I'm damn near 40. You friends with somebody, right? But you enemies with somebody else. How you feel when your friend? Because I'm old school. I feel like your enemy is my enemy. My enemy is your enemy. So if you chilling with my enemy, how am I supposed to feel if that's my enemy? Is that
No.
Yeah, I mean,
that thorough? Is that okay or no? Like how do you
Depends how deep it
distinguish?
is.
No,
Depends how deep.
no. Because I'm actually, it's situations like that. It's like I say that say a lot about your character. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like at the end of the day, like when we chilling, like it's gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you not mixing with my company, I can't like. It's nothing personal. It's just like it's a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like confusion. I like clarity. Like if you got an issue with somebody in my situation, I just can't bang with you on the strength of that. Like that conflict of interest, I can't. I mean, so like even if I bang with you, like even if I love you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Nothing personal. It's more
from
like
a distance, like because like I feel like that say a lot about somebody's character, and it's just certain things that you gotta
Right.
question. You feel me?
me
Like,
personally, a lot changed down my neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? From when I was down there, group of young boys, I used to send them all to the store together, and you know they used to all sit around me and listen to me rap together. And over the years, they inherited the old beef that me and my man had with some niggas, and it forced them to pick sides. You feel what I'm saying? So then the niggas start shooting at each other. You know what I mean? But I got love for everybody down there. So I don't pick sides. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't relate information I get from these guys to these guys. I know the severity of it. People die.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't relate information to these guys and relate information to these guys. And I let everybody know, look, I fuck with y'all, man. There's no way I can not fuck with you because you going through it with him. Y'all my youngins. You feel
I'm
what I'm saying?
different on that.
Do you
And
feel
I know I
disrespected
can't-
when they talking to you about? It's almost like you can say what you want, but how you comfortable to say it to my friend? How you comfortable enough to say it in front of
I
Hollow?
make
Like,
it.
you
I
know?
make it to where as though we're not talking about that.
Gotcha.
Let's just, we're not doing discuss that. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Go ahead.
I'm different. Like if somebody I fuck with don't fuck with somebody else, I don't fuck with that person just because it causes confusion.
No, but if you're in a situation like I'm in a situation where I fuck with y'all collectively, right? I fuck with you, right? I fuck with you, and I fuck with Quill at the same time, right?
Yeah,
Right or wrong?
yeah.
I fuck with both of y'all at the same time, but you and Quill have a falling out. You expect me not to talk to Quill. I'm gonna still talk to Quill. I'm gonna talk to you too, but I'm not gonna talk to Quill. I'm not gonna let Quill talk to me about you, and I'm not gonna let you
But
talk
see,
to me about Quill.
I think, but the situation with me and Quill is different because I feel like we all was in the studio making music. We all was vibing. We all had our own situation, and our situation not even deep. You know what I'm saying? To that level, I'm talking like beef shit. Like
That's what I'm about to say. If it was major, something real serious to the point where, like, you know, crazy. You
Now,
know,
okay, we talking about beef and it's real crazy.
something crazy. You know, like,
Had Quill been at fault, and I felt more, I leaned more to the known side, then yeah, fuck him.
So you trying to say I'm at fault, dog?
No, I'm just
He said
using
Quill.
that for example.
Right.
I'm just using that for example because that was the only thing that I could say with me and you. Like
Right.
you know, you had
Right.
fallen out with Quill. That was still my youngin at the time. You my youngin. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I try to rectify. I try to
Right.
go, y'all can talk about that. Yeah. It was a diss record he put out.
Right.
And then Quill came out with this record, Melody. I said, oh,
Yeah.
No, never said nothing about that.
Right.
No, they never talk
But
about
no,
that diss track.
He made a good point though, because like I said, a lot of people, like I said, they don't nip it in the bud. He nip it in the bud. Like, we're not gonna talk about this person versus this person. A lot of people don't say nothing and let you sit there and talk about their friend the whole time.
My
and
personal-
hear them hold out instead of just letting it be known. Like, you can still hang with somebody because you don't like somebody, but at least they know to respect you and the person. Like, this person is still their friend, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
That's the thing about
If you
people,
take
they not
shots, that could be
sturdy.
bad.
But I
though.
feel like when they talking about a person directly in front of your face and you allowing it, it's like you allowing it's agreeing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking shit, but I'm not stopping you to say, yo, chill out. You feel me? Like, you out of pocket. You feel me? Like, you know.
They shouldn't
like,
feel comfortable
I'm old
to say
school,
that
whereas
to
though-
you.
Exactly. That's my whole point. They shouldn't feel comfortable. So why they feel comfortable to talk about me as your friend in the room with you? Like, that's why I'm knowing that. Like, no, you cut. Like, I'm just old school. I just feel like, you know, just is when you cut me. That's it.
Nah, I feel like
That's
you
why I
gotta
say
do
you
this
need that
though.
clarity.
What business? So I'm using me as an engineer. Known as an engineer too, and I know that known do it also. Being an engineer is one of the most dangerous jobs because you could be recording ops. You can't tell other people who you're recording sometimes. You can't even relay that a diss track. You could have recorded that diss track. You can't even bring it up. So it's like, I could be cool with both sides, but if I'm like this, because this is me when I was younger. That's my man. Somebody beefing with him, we riding against him. You know how much beef I got in because of that, and that same man
Right.
wasn't riding for me. You know
Oh,
how many
for
times
sure.
that happened? You know what I'm saying?
For
So it's
sure.
like, when I got older, it's like, all right, let's say I'm cool with Known and H, and they got they falling out. If it's to the point that they trying to rock each
Hold
other,
up. I just want to say I knock H the fuck out.
well, let's say we didn't hear that quote, but let's say it get deep. Go ahead.
Listen, get them damn gloves.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You never wanted to put them on with me though.
Right.
Yeah, I put the gloves on with me, man. Well, you ain't never told me you wanted to.
He ain't put it on with his old head, huh?
Yo,
He put it on with the young boys, but not with his old head.
Yeah, no, I would never put the gloves on.
we were
with
talking
you.
about doing a little celebrity boxing joint. You know what I mean? You could be the first victim.
I'm with it.
Oh my god!
Listen, I'm quick.
You gonna be a victim? That's what you said?
I always been nice with my hands.
Oh man!
But you've been better with your feet.
Yeah, I put hands and feet. I put hands and feet on niggas. I put hands and feet on niggas.
Yo, remember the time we were driving? We came from whatever. I don't even remember where we was at. We was driving and shit. We get pulled over by the cops and your man start earling in the back right
Oh no!
right when we get pulled over, right around in Frankfurt. Cops came behind, start earling.
Ace was like, I don't know. Look, we gonna sit in Jamo.
Sharif, Reef.
Come on, 6ix9ine. Ain't throwing man name out.
He said, "Who?"
Hopefully Sharif don't see this, man.
Yeah.
Man.
He ain't gonna see this.
H started telling H like, "Yo, you know, no one got the straps under his side of the car."
I never.
Oh, we know it's cap now. We know it's cap now with knowing the
Nah,
straps in the
fucking
same
around,
says. So August 6th, right? We got Kanye dropping Donda. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel?
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting
what it
here.
sound
That's
like.
us. I'm waiting here too.
So we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna start with H. H, do you really feel like this project might be one of his best, or you think it might be mediocre? Because he dropped reportedly $1 million a day to live in a Mercedes-Benz stadium to finish recording his Donda album.
Well,
Hold on,
I
he
mean,
recorded in the stadium.
Not the whole thing, but the remainder.
Yeah, but you know he got his own choir. You know, he got,
Oh,
got that Sunday service for them. It's his folks. You know what I mean? So you know everything he did, even down to when he make his beats. You know, he used live instruments and shit. So he used a live band and all that. So I think Kanye is an organic artist. Like you know what I'm saying? He gets to the root. He go back to the roots of shit. You know what I mean? He do shit to actually get the feel. I remember when Pusha T was talking on the phone with Ab Lava, and I just was tuned into the conversation. Motherfucker was saying, yeah, this nigga got me out fucking Ontario spending like fucking $200,000 a night down this motherfucking joint just to get the feel so he can make the beat for Pusha T album. You know what I mean? Like Pusha T ain't even recording nothing. He just down there waiting on the beat so he can get his shit off. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's gonna be a dope album, man. I think from what I heard, some of the joints I heard, them joints sound solid. It don't sound like nothing that's on the radio right now, and that's what I'm
Right.
expecting from Kanye. You know what
I'm
saying?
expecting authentic. I'm expecting him to, like he say, like it seemed like he talked about his divorce. He's got some stuff about his mom in there, so I want to hear about that because everybody want to hear about your juicy life. You know, everybody want to hear about your inside. So if you're willing to talk about what happened, because that Kim gonna make you go crazy, you know, how you lose your wife, what,
Yeah.
you know, he about to put that in the lyrics. Of course, everybody gonna listen, you know. So that, you know, he turned his pain into music. So he about to like a tell-all. Do his
So
music.
which one? Like, you think it's gonna be better or mediocre?
I don't know. I'm like, Kim, I don't. I'm just waiting to hear it. I can't even say if it's
Okay.
gonna. I think, no, but I'm gonna give him this. I think it's gonna be better because he got a lot to talk about. So that's why I feel like you got a lot to talk about, and he's smart. So it's like,
definitely gonna be
right.
interesting, if anything. You got Jay-Z on the joint.
Jay back.
Jay is on her. Yes, Jay came
Oh,
back. That's another reason why. Yeah.
Oh,
Jay.
Now I heard they squashed their beef, but I didn't know they squashed it like that.
Yeah, he got a verse from Hove on there.
For sure.
And Hove actually having a conversation like a little brother to him.
Right. Now that he's done with Kim. But I ain't gonna say no more on
So
that.
check it, man. We coming to the end of the Who's Hot, Who's Not show. Thank you everybody tuning in. Thanks H for coming through.